Say hello, Lucy. So you might notice by my outfit today that we're doing a very exciting video. Battle of Pastels. You excited? You wanna know who wins? Okay, apparently not. We have the Colourpop in A Trance and Aura and Out on this eye. On the other eye, we have Morphe. So if you're excited to see who wins, keep watching. I'm curious to see which one will win, but they're very different. So firstly we'll do some swatches of shades that I think are very similar from the palettes, and then we'll get into the look, and I'll be doing Colourpop on this eye and Morphe on this eye. And then I'll be doing a wear test throughout the day and we'll see how they go. So we'll get into swatches of similar shades first. Okay, so firstly we have swatches from the Aura and Out palette compared to swatches from Icy Fantasy. Here they are. Should have swatched them on a better area, but this one here is Spellbinding from the Morphe palette. So the purple up there, and it is compared to Mind's Eye up here, Mind's Eye next to it from Aura and Out, and next we have shades Dreamer and Your Own Power, and next we have down here Morphe's Into the Blue versus Transcendent Dance. Then we have Morphe's Deliver Shiver versus Colourpop's Up Level. And then here, which I think these are the two most similar shades in the palettes. Like I bought the Morphe palette first earlier in the year, and one of the shades that stuck out to me was Euphoria, which is this one, and is very, very similar to Clarity. Those are kind of what inspired me to make this video, along with Dreamer and Your Own Power. They sort of looked similar, but now that I've swatched them, you can tell that the Colourpop's more bluey and the Morphe's more true purple, pinky, I suppose. I don't know how different they're actually going to look on the eye though, so we'll see. Okay, so here's our comparison between Aura and Out versus Icy Fantasy. Here we go. So there's a lot of very, very similar shades here. This is Young Love and White Out. They're both two whites. I mean, the Colourpop one is a bit less pigmented and Morphe is a little bit more pigmented. And here we have Solar Hour versus Get Fresh. They're quite different. I mean, even in the pans they look quite different, but I thought I'd just compare them anyway. Get Fresh is definitely more of a sort of beigey kind of colour. And next we have Fresh Cut and Echo, which are very, very similar. Like, if I put them closer together, I doubt you'd be able to tell which one was which. Dazed, which is down here from Icy Fantasy, and Soul Sister. Soul Sister is more of that kind of Super Shock formula, so it's more sparkly, but the shade is very similar between those two. And up here we have, they look almost identical. We have Thor Yeah and New Age. New Age is again a little bit more sparkly, but they're very, very similar. And these two are amazingly similar too, except Vibes from Aura and Out is more of a sequin, and then Chill Yeah from Morphe is more of a matte. So yeah, that's all the swatches. Really, this one's actually way more similar than the other one, but I looked at the other one. That was the one that inspired me to make the video, so that's interesting. Yeah, this will actually be my first impression of most of the shades from In A Trance and Aura and Out. Well, all the shades from Aura and Out, because I have not used it. And Icy Fantasy I've used a few times, but not too many, so yeah. Lucy, what are you doing? What are you doing? There's definitely shades in Icy Fantasy that I have not used or used very often enough to really form an opinion of. So yeah. So to make things very simple, I'll be using these two brushes, which I think are pretty similar. This one is very, very stained, and try as I might, it won't come out. This is a Colourpop E15 brush. The tips used to be white, now they're green. I'll be using the Morphe E23 brush for the mattes, and then we will change to the shimmers. I'm thinking of doing a rainbow cut crease look. Start going into Young Love from Colourpop to I guess set my base, except I'm not wearing a base, but just to brighten the eye, as we're going to be putting down a lot of pastel shades. For Morphe, we will go into Whiteout, which is basically the same shade. Points from Morphe though, for not having a mirror, though I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world. So it's a little bit hard to tell from a white, but there we go. From In a Trance, we will go into Daydream Baby and start off the rainbow with that, a pink. Well, we're doing a pastel rainbow, so it doesn't have to be the most accurate. Oh, that's a nice shade, I like that one. And there's no real pink shade in the Morphe Icy Fantasy palette. So I have the Live in Color palette. Maybe there's another more pinky shade. Maybe we can go into Love Wins here and put that on the other side. Oh, that is the wrong brush. Already fucking up. Go in with the Morphe brush. Next we will go into Solar Hour as a kind of orangey shade. I'll go into Coral Cloud, which I don't think I've used or swatched at all from Icy Fantasy. And I'm going to use the mirror from this since it does not have a mirror. Yeah, that's definitely more comparable. I don't know why I swatched Get Fresh next to it. Now I'll go into Eurovision. Wow, that's a powdery one. These Colourpop ones are so pigmented, like I barely even have to tap, and they're also really nice to blend. Stunning, it blends so nicely together. I really like that shade. Gotta love a good yellow. I suppose I'll go into Get Fresh. That's the most yellowy shade in the palette. The powder's insane. I don't know if you can see that, but I mean that is more of a nude, so yeah, we're not really going to get the yellow from that one. We will go into Fresh Cut. Lucy's building a nest. It's springtime, nest time. Is it nest time? Oh, you just build away. See, I barely even have to tap with these Colourpop shades. They're so pretty. Look at that. Gorgeous. We will go into Wishful, which was a very good comparison, I remember. Me too. I think Lucy's becoming interested in this video suddenly. Well, I tried. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this on camera, but the kickback in the pans is insane. And I'm not pressing harsh, I'm pressing the same in both palettes, but it's kind of a bit nuts. Now we will go into the sort of tealy colours. This brush is looking a bit colourful. We will go into Vibes. We got a little bit of fallout from Vibes on the Colourpop side. Now we will go in to Chill Thrill from Morphe. Colourpop, and we will grab from the In a Trance palette Transcendent Dance. Very nice, barely needs anything. Icy Fantasy, I will go into the blue. The vibrancy is just so dramatically different. Okay, back to Colourpop, and we will grab Your Own Power. Oh, Own Your Power. Good. And I'll just pop that right at the very end here. I really like this blurple kind of shade, it's really pretty. Morphe, we will go into Dreamer, which I love the name of. Let's see if the shade is any good. I'm pretty sure I bought the whole palette just because of the name Dreamer. Ow, Lucy, that hurts. Okay, this shade is actually quite nice, but it's kind of murky up here because the blue didn't really stand out. It's kind of becoming a murky sort of color. It doesn't really want to blend with the blue quite like the purple on this side does. I'll brush off the fallout, but there we go. Just so you can see it. There is a decent amount on this side, mostly from that turquoise kind of shade, and this one is just all fallout there. Brushes away quite easily, and so does that side. So it's not really a big deal on either side. Now if we look at the mattes, this one's very washed out, and this one's very vibrant. I suppose it's just a matter of choice, but yeah, the payoff just is dramatically different. Now I'll go do the same thing on the under eye. So I did both sides, definitely more pigmented when you pack it on like I did on the Morphe side, and more fallout on Morphe, none on Colourpop. I've decided I really like these little 9-pan in A Trance and Aura and Out palettes from Colourpop. They're both very nice. The fallout brushes away quite easily now. Now we will do our little cut crease. So I'll grab some primer, and now we will do the shimmers. So I have this Colourpop E3 brush, also a bit stained, I don't know if you can see that as well, versus the Morphe brush, which has no name. I will go reverse rainbow on the shimmers. We will start off with Colourpop Mind's Eye. Morphe Spellbinding. The Morphe shade is actually quite nice here. Now we will try Clarity. Oh, that's such a stunning shade. Grab Euphoria. That one is also beautiful. I think they're both equally stunning actually. Now for New Age. Very nice. I really like that one. And we will go into Thor, yeah. Equivalent for Healing Heart, so we'll go into Soul Sister. I do think that this is a Super Shock formula. I don't know if you can see, but it's very jelly in there. It'll be interesting to see how over time, how it goes. I think this might be the last shimmer, as I don't have another lighter shimmer. So I'll just cover the rest of the eye with this. Now we'll go into Days from the Morphe Icy Fantasy. Alright, now that's the look. We have a bit more fallout. Morphe side. I'll put on a bit of mascara. I'm just going to keep this look mostly eyeshadow so we can really see what's going on. And lips, and then we'll talk about the palettes before I get into my day. The Barbara's bee trying to mess up my look. I feel like in order to balance out all this pastel, I should wear a black. And I'll wear the black from my Roulette Pan collab, which is Colourpop. I don't have any Morphe lip products, so... I feel like the lip really balances out the eyeshadow, so... Icy Fantasy eye. This palette has kickback everywhere. Very dusty. But it gives a very subdued look, which I guess is nice. But personally, I prefer the more pigmented, bold rainbow side from Colourpop. A little bit of kickback in the pan. Not too bad though. Very bold, very dramatic, very beautiful. I love the shimmers from these palettes. Especially the Super Shock type formulas, though I wonder over time how they will go. But anyway, I'll go about my day and I will check in with you. I will also bring this out in natural lighting for you to see. So yeah, unfortunately you cannot go out with me. Well, firstly I want to draw attention to the beautiful wisteria growing outside. It's so stunning. How could you not love spring? Hopefully I'm not too washed out. But here we are in natural lighting. Hope there's not too much black lipstick on my teeth, though there always is. So. This eye's watering quite a bit. Okay, hello. So here we have Electra. We're going on a little stroll. Okay. Beautiful cherry blossoms. I don't know if you can actually see that. So, which side of my face do you like? Not side. Which eye do you like better?
Which eye on your face do I like better? I'm gonna have to say this side here.
Awesome.
Okay. Yes.
More.
I feel like the blue and the green on this side here come out more than whatever's going on here. I don't know if it's because the makeup has shaded away a bit or if the pigment is just not strong
So you
enough.
like the pigmented side more?
I do, yeah.
Cool. That's Colourpop. This is Morphe.
Yes!
There's two palettes that look really similar, so I'm like testing them against each other.
Okay.
So yeah, and thank you for that. So I'm still outside with Electra over here. And this eye is watering a lot, so it's another point off Morphe. But Colourpop seems to be holding strong. Very nice. Ugh. Thank you, train. But yeah. So here we are in car lighting. People moving around me. Anyway, this eye is weeping quite a lot. I don't know if you can see it, but it's feeling quite irritated. That's the Morphe side. Colourpop is going strong. The colours are still vibrant. The Morphe ones are pretty much the same as when I put them on, which is dull. I'll get home and got a few more hours of my day, and then I will check back in right before I take off my makeup. So unfortunately Lucy is asleep, and as are many people in the house, so I'm trying to keep my voice a little bit more quiet. But it's been about 12 hours since I put this makeup on. We're starting to get the foundation really creasing around here and here. I mean, that's normal, and most of it's gone from my nose. Face masks, we can't help that. But in terms of the eyeshadow, the Colourpop one looks like I freshly applied it. Like, it looks stunning and beautiful. The Morphe, on the other hand, I don't know if it was this faded when I put it on, but the purple is gone. My eyes have watered so much, but everything underneath my eye looks like it's gone, and I don't even think that's from watering. I think it's just faded, because all of this sort of yellow and orange is faded, and all the purple has gone because my eyes have watered so badly. I don't know if that's because of my eyes or if that's because of the shadow being irritating to my eyes. My eyes are known to be very sensitive, but yeah, I don't know. There's a very clear winner in my mind. The Colourpop one looks brilliant and beautiful and stunning, and this just looks very lackluster, and my eyes watered so much throughout the day. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you which one you prefer, but Aura and Out and In A Trance are the winners in my mind. I think that I might actually be giving away my Icy Fantasy, because why have it when I have these two stunning palettes? So yeah, I would say, so yeah, that's the end. I would say goodbye Lucy, but she is not here, but like and subscribe anyway. Hope you enjoyed this video exploring pastel shadows and dressing up and going around town as a gothic pastel princess. It's been a lot of fun being a pastel goth for a little bit. Yeah. Goodbye, Sarah. Say goodbye, Sarah. Is that what I'm going to say when Lucy's not here?